Hello, sewage monster. Hello. Hello. Change this again. A little better. All right. No, I pressed with the mouse. Actually, I tapped out. Okay, there we go. Gonna say, didn't actually do it. All right, we're gonna reset once. Then we're actually gonna bring up live split because I didn't do that. Oh, I didn't realize the first one actually opened. Actually have filters. Hello, Sakiwa. Hello. Maybe I see through that. I can't really tell. Hello, Kumi. Leave it right there. All right. Thank you for the good luck. practicing for an event later. I'm still waiting to hear if I can talk about it. I'm pretty sure I can, but still. I don't know where to find the schedule for it. I looked that up. I think they only really announce it like the day before, as far as I can tell. Do only shows the October stuff. Of course it does. That. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about it. They literally just do it the day before. Alright, it's time. It's time to forget to steal the pearl from the scavenger's hole again and reset half an hour in. I'm ready. Oh, that was disappointing. I was like all in for that roll, and it just didn't happen. I didn't think that was going to work. That was good. And here. Oh. Oh. Okay. Extendo jaws. Green lizard attachment extendo jaws. Buy yours today. 3 easy payments of $49.99. Ooh. Hello. I didn't get the other one. That's fortunate. I'm just not looking at the timer. Okay, let's move this. Here we go. This isn't good. This is not good movement. But that's fine. I didn't even get that. need to actually hold that roll. I don't know what I'm doing. Got it. Why is he always here? You got me. I have been slain. I should have grabbed that one. Oh. Yes. All right. Who's ready for exciting shelter action? Exciting. I'll be over here, half laying down, if you need me. Now we hold map. Two. Below a pro noob. Last one. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hello. Goodbye. You shouldn't delay, right? Yep. Aww. breaking physics the intended way. What do you mean? And I wish you could see the pipe a little bit. That's not good. Okay, that's a little better. Usually I want to see like 2 or 3 lizards in this room. Not seeing any is a little concerning because we don't really want them in this next room, because if they're at the toll, it's just going to be annoying to get by. Well, this is okay. No way! Oh, I'm just dead. Where to restart? No. I know going into those greens is bad in that situation. But it's such a small chance for them to do that. You're going to have to rip the Wet Zoroark now? Well, I have to see if the site that I get models generally from will actually rip it. I feel like it's not going to happen for quite a while. Yes, hello, Sycamorph. Marshmallow Zoroark. Marshmallow. I don't know how I feel about the eyes, but I feel like that's kind of the point. Like, Zoroark didn't change. Except as, like, seemingly more timid. And Zoroark just creepy eyes. That was unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna reset. Just thought that. I think it'd be interesting. I still am getting there with making my own model. So I don't have to have something that's owned by Nintendo. Waiting on concept artists, though. To make me the reference sheet I want. Protective layer to protect them from any debris in the tunnels. I mean, I would assume that they regenerate fairly quickly from minor scratches. I always see Slugcat as like mildly slimy. This is minor scratch. I mean, that's why you die sometimes. One. Two. Like a greasy. I mean, I'm pretty sure something like that mucus, etc. only really makes sense in terms of healing a bit. I feel like we're good, but I'm not exactly sure. Let's just go. Probably could have held that roll better. Where's the purple? Why did it work like that? Okay. I'm just gonna keep going. Nice. There's one. 5 pebbles is better than moon. I mean, are you saying moon created the slug cats? Is that what you're saying? Annoying. Cool. Not as many spears as I would hope. A little concerning. Probably not gonna get chieftain. See how well we do with that, really? Please don't come in here. Don't do it. Please. Okay, the squid actually pushed me across. Hello, DS. Hello. When would you say is the last time you've played this game? Also, that wasn't intentional. Oh, it's funny. It tells me that it's the first time you've chatted. I've never seen that before. 3 years out, right when the game came out, pretty much, I'm going to assume. Well, there's been changes since then. Well, at least the one change. We're not going to see it as much as, say, a hunter run would, but... Excuse me? Okay. I guess that's fine. Ah! No! It grabbed me off the wall. You gotta have quite the plan and be pretty fluid with it. So yeah, that makes sense. Popcorn time! Yes! One, two, three. Don't want any more. Yeah, Hunter is a lot of what am I comfortable with doing and where do I want to go? And yeah, that's generally how it goes. That's why usually I say to people thinking about Hunter runs the first time is to do all the Steam achievements if you can first. That slide was a mistake. I'm gonna give this one more and then go, just to make sure. Hello there. Mind going back to the right for no reason? No? Okay. Okay, that could have killed me. I had a 30% chance on that bite. Okay, fall. But yeah, if there's any questions about the game, I most certainly can answer them. It's been a while since I've really played this game. I'm just kind of getting used to a lot of bits. I don't think I got the spear back. Not going back up. Can you be at peace with Scavenger? Yes. And for 100%, I need to be friends with them as well. Not gonna try to kill that guy. Right now, I'm trying to kill as many creatures as I can in a short period of time. Well, in a cycle. Okay. Man, we would have had a few kills with that spear. That's unfortunate. Oh, there is one. Okay. Yeah, we need to get all passages, and one of them is to be friends with the scavengers completely, which is the chieftain passage. Not gonna get that guy. I think we're good. For now. But I'm also kind of cheesing the reputation with them to get past those tolls with the big heads on top. Do they actually follow you? Then, depending on where you are. The ones at tolls will not, but other ones will once you get chieftain. I almost have chieftain now. But essentially what happens is you can pay to go through tolls either by giving a pearl or a bunch of stuff to them. Yeah, let's kill this guy. And if you give them anything afterwards, each subsequent thing will count as a pearl. A pearl's worth of extra reputation, which is 10, and a spear is 3. So if we give a spear and that counts as 10, that's very useful. We can go up a maximum of 50 reputation per cycle. We start at 0 and we want to get to 80 to get chieftain. And so we need to pass by it 2 cycles to get to the reputation we want. I wasn't able to give them as much stuff as I wanted to the first cycle, so I'm a little bit under. I'm about like 60, 70. But that's fine, I have an extra bit to work out. But there's these scavengers that stay at the tolls, and then there's the scavengers that wander around. If we had chieftain, the scavengers that wander around will generally follow you to some degree. Okay. Probably should have just brought that into the shelter, but... Should I kill this purple? Maybe. Probably not, now that the green's there. I need to kill something this cycle, though. I was wondering what you're supposed to do with the pearls. If you've ever gone to... garbage wastes, there's a bit of a tutorial on it. Otherwise, just realizing that the... Well, one, scavengers are monkeys, so they would want those things. And then two, more importantly, the deer skulls have a bunch of pearls on them above where they usually reside. That should count towards outlaw, right? I need to check that. Find out. I'm not sure, really, if snails count. They should, but... Why are you always here? That was cool. Yeah, that's the main use for the standard pearls. Otherwise, you can, I don't know how much, like, extra spoilers, I'm sure you don't care. But otherwise, you can have Moon read them to you. If you bring her pearls. What can you do with the vulture heads? Well, they also count the king vultures that are only in hunter mode. Count as a pearl. And then the normal ones are half a pearl. So 5 points for reputation. Otherwise, lizards will be scared of you if you have the vulture mask on. They'll only be scared for a certain amount of time. The king mask is a much longer amount of time. So if you're playing a hunter, it's generally something that you'll get immediately, depending on what you're intending to do. If that makes sense. But one of the most useful items in the game. Also, I starved in drainage to get the Wanderer pip for there, because I need to sleep in every region. And then quit out. So now we're back at the last proper save, which is here. Hello. Generally, people aren't able to... Generally, people don't notice that you can even get the vulture heads. So I'm surprised that you got it and never realized what they really did. You might have gotten it in, like, Chimney or something. And just never held on to it for terribly long. Oh. I need to kill something. But what? Is Purple Lizard going to show up? I don't want you. Okay. I was thinking that might happen. But I wasn't acting correct. This is probably better anyway. That was cool, then he threw a spirit. Funny. Good. Why did I do that? I thought I got so stuck in that pipe. I need to not boost beforehand because it makes you slow afterwards. Okay, 200%. Yes. Hello, Havor. I knew it was wrong, but I went for it. Come on! Didn't even grab it? What? Game too hard. Is the time limit a huge deal for you in Hunter mode? Depend on how many times you die. For a lot of people, it's a big problem. The first time I played, I was able to do everything I wanted to. But a lot of other people were not able to exit Sky Islands or Outskirts, for an example. Because they would just keep dying and they couldn't get their karma up to stay. Because the cycles only go through every time you go through a successful cycle. It's not you die and then you do it. You can die infinitely if you wanted to, but once you get down to the low cycles, there's no good way to get karma back. We want to eat all of these. Kinda getting it. I'd like to kill a purple lizard. Let's see if there's one right here. Nope. I heard someone though. But yeah, so this is why I say you need to plan what you're good with. And you gotta have an idea of where you want to go. There's a Voltorb there. Deer skip is done in this run, yes. That was a waste of time, but that's fine. I'm forgetting to do the splits. Only saw a new giant lizard. So there's the red lizard that is extremely dangerous. There's the red lizard that's extremely dangerous. There's the king vulture, which has a bit more health and can fire tusks at you that work effectively the same as spears. There's the teal lizard, which will jump around. Chieftain went up for no reason. We kept outlaw there. And there's the red centipede, which is extremely dangerous, as it's a very large centipede that moves much faster. And more importantly, each of the, I guess, tiles of its body is armored. So if you hit its armor, the spear will bounce off and will fly somewhere else. And then you have to stab where the armor chunks aren't there anymore after hitting them. That makes sense. And the red lizard will spit at you. Hopefully we can get a purple kill. That would be nice. Oh. Come to me, lizard. Very difficult to tell if it's weak to, yeah. I mean, it works like any other centipede. If it starts shaking a lot, it has a chance to die. Okay. That's fine. This is less fun now. Why are they just following me? Centipede, no, I'm just growing. I mean, if you look at a centipede whenever you hit it, once it starts having a chance to die, it'll start shaking. Changes the content of the yes. There's a lot of other smaller changes that don't matter nearly as much, but the world spawns are entirely changed and extra stuff is added. Like that. We'll go to the sound of the firecracker. Pretty sure that's not true. Pretty sure that is not true. Because of all the times I've used the firecrackers in the Centipede Pit, it just forces them to move, that's it. They won't necessarily go away or towards it. They will just move. If vultures get scared by a cracker, pretty sure they don't. Mask is also useless. That wasn't the right version. But yeah, do Hunter at any percent. You'll start to understand how centipedes move with the firecracker. They just move. And you need to be pretty concerned about it too. Because it'll make them move away from directly in front of you, but that could be directly into you, or it could be them spinning in a circle on where they are, which is very annoying, depending. Because that means their head's location's constantly changing. Kaihor looks unfun, though. That's because it is. And it's slightly better than it used to be. Because before it was entirely deer, and it still kind of is, but it's a lot more feelable, I guess. We're not going to get monk. How is it unfun? Because you're going through deer, messing with deer a lot, and then one of the most annoying sections of Subterranean of the Centipede Pit, the giant tunnel of death, and then magical moles could just be in the way land. The red centipede has shown up in the last room of Subterranean to me, just to block everything. Every centipede has to grab you with both of its heads, yes. Even the largest one. But given how fast it is, just it grabbing you is really bad. Because with any centipede, if they're not damaged too much, even if you hit them with a spear or something, they don't get stunned very long. The sear in water. You can die from shocks in the water, yeah. Oh, fortunate I didn't have the spear. The rock, I mean. Why is there a scavenger there? That was concerning. Hello, Pepperos. Hello. Iced in person, yes. Did you not know I was a Zoroark the whole time? Lol. Oh wait, why am I doing this? I should have kept the spear. I want to get the popcorn up here. That was unfortunate. Yeah, the red centipedes, once they start grabbing you, you better have multiple spears to be stabbing them constantly in one spot. Actually, the best place to fight a centipede is in a one-wide horizontal tunnel, because then they have to like move into you, and then the spears aren't going to fly too far away, and you can keep stabbing the same spot. Why it really works as Hunter, because you can have a spear in your hand and under your back, so you have the two ready to actually be able to deal with that. And now that I need a spear, it's not here. Well, there might be one in here. We're gonna check, and there's not. What I get? I should have just ate the other berry. Why are you here? No. The threat theme from? I don't even see anything. Plate re-enrolled again. Well, you kind of randomly join and leave a bunch of servers dealing with it. I thought that was funny. I feel like you should also just wait till MSC comes out, because that mod's gonna change a lot. Why is he in the corner? What's going on? Randomized mod support? Yes, very much so. Okay. Much waiting. Well, it's in the testing phase. Yes, there's a lot of mods. RainDB.net. Yeah. It's not .com, I'm pretty sure. It is not the .com. But it should give you the general idea all on there. I kind of want to kill that blue lizard. I think this will count enough for Outlaw to keep it. Why are they just always here? Oh, generally they aren't just so ever present. You mind not being here? Is that okay? Now what are they doing? Maybe more to explore. A lot of the region mods are really good. I'd recommend messing with those. Oh my goodness. Oh, depends on the region mod. Oh, okay. Just don't kill me, I guess. Grabbed the pole, I guess. Why? Why would it do that? Come on. Get him. Oh, he's not gonna make it. Yeah, okay. just keep going. Lancer's also a pretty good mod, in my opinion. Drought has a lot of potential, and they're doing an update, but currently it's not the best mod for a lot of reasons. Probably shouldn't have used the spear like that. Also, we're getting that specifically colored pearl because there's a passage we need to get called Scholar, which requires us to meet both Pebbles and Moon, and then touch 3 colored pearls. We can't get Scholar right now, but we can set this pearl up so we can be able to touch it later. Surprised he licked a little bit. Usually they go down earlier. Expedition's pretty nice. It gives you some goals outside the usual norm. A lot of other stuff by Leo Moira can be quite nice. How did you even take that? I was like in the pipe. I messed with it a bit really early on when it was still, there wasn't as much as there is right now. And it was nice, but then it started getting annoying. Because some of them are really, really hard. And it makes you realize that this is a very bare bones game with not that many things to do, I suppose. Hello, Sapphire. Hello. Which is why, I don't know, I speedrun because I like the game and I want to have a reason to play the game more. Well, I haven't played it for a while now. I don't know how to explain Expedition other than it gives you certain goals. You need to complete those goals. You can set the difficulty however you want to give you multiplication on your points. As you play and get more points, you unlock different like curses and boons. The boons will help you give you like stuff like double jump or whatever, which may or may not help you. Depending, and the curses will affect the game in some greatly negative way. But it will also make you get higher points. Unfortunate. Please don't come up here very fast. I think that's still the basic idea. The blood mod, the downpour mod, and there's one with lightning as well, are also super interesting. What's going on up there? What? I didn't think it would fast fall like that. I don't know how I feel about going through here. The line of sight mod is super cool too, yeah. That was one I've wanted to use for a while. There's also the the blind mod, case this or something, which is okay, right up to the point where you get the chimney and Sky Islands, in which you literally can't see anything at all. I had to use the map to try to actually be able to move around because everything was in the dark. And you just have to do blind jumps. He abducted him. And they became a different lizard. I just wanted the spear back. What's going on there? Okay. At least giving worth giving it a try. The room randomizer and region randomizer are not good. And if you want something that randomizes the map, you should use the Master Quest mod, which will move around all the regions and rooms, but they'll all be statically moved and they're curated to not be garbage stuff. Yeah, a lot of the mods work well together. Haven't looked through that one though. When you die, it turns into a dating. I've seen small clips of that, but I have not cared to check that out. As far as I could tell, in the dating sim itself, it always ends up with your character dying. Every time. There is no love in Rain World. I don't know who made that and why. That's why that's at the absolute bottom of the list. It turns Rain World into a visual novel. Someone's been trying to make something like that. Where you type, like, Go East or stuff like that. Those typing games. I don't think anything came of that, though. But I know there was, like, multiple people. You know those, like, old games? You know what I'm talking about? It's like, you wake up in a room with no memory of what you're doing. There's a table with a book on it. And a note next to it. There's a glass case with a trophy in it off to your left. And the goal is to open the glass case with the trophy in it to win the game. And you have to, like, go outside of the house and do a bunch of stuff and, like, attack a minotaur or something. I think someone attempted to make that, but I don't know where that went. I don't think there was someone that were gonna spend too long on such a thing. I don't think they're even in the general Rain World Discord anymore. Text-based adventure. Describe Rain World in 4 words. How would you do it? What's the best way to do this? I mean, usually I just say survival platformer. And emphasis on the survival before the platformer, because everyone expects, like, ooh, it's gonna be a Metroidvania like Ori and the Blind Forest or whatever. No. You have everything you need the moment you start playing. You just don't know it yet. Good game, play it. RNG Simulator. It's pretty good procedural animation creatures. Defeat the Minotaur, yes. Exactly. Oh, we lost all of our progress on that. Oh, wait, there's exploration's a big part, yeah. But that's all part of the survival. I die inside a little. There's specific Metroidvania marathons. I've been like, would it be bad if I submitted to these? At an open world, it's pretty open. There's no set path to how you should take this game. And if you try to, the two biggest things that people fail to realize is this game is not linear. There is no set path. Nothing you do matters. And you should not play this game to find an end. If you're confused about the end, or just otherwise are forcing the game to get an end, you're not playing the game for the right reason. The end exists just as a closure to the game in entirety to me. Like, alright, I'm done playing this game. Let's finish it. Also, hello, plane. Oh, yeah, it reminds me. I'm gonna have a print for tonight's stream. Because I'm almost done this one setup that I was making with crafting and base building stuff. Well, it is not survivor crafting. It is most certainly not that. There's a lot more bare bones than that. Chimney Echo, wall time. Did I take the pearl out? No. Okay. Very squishy but refined. A lot of people initially when playing feel like it's very inaccurate. In reality, it's just too accurate. Hello there. There's a lot of stuff that we're even just learning that you can even do in this game recently. And the game teaches you none of it, other than the static pounce. You can have that. Okay, go away. It's difficult for me to hear new players say the controls are bad. It's not like any other game, which is why it's so nice and why I speedran it, because it's something that people should see. Why are you still there? is how you die. This is your end now. And now I have become the Vulture, destroyer of worlds. Opening the movement guided tutorial. I was watching this is other VTuber that started to play this game recently. I don't know what his name is. It's the Wendigo is his character. And he opened up the movement guides like 80 something pages. I wanted to say right then, we don't even have all the stuff in there currently. Because there isn't. There's a lot of stuff not there. I think I could never build up the courage to do this. Do what? Learn the movement? At the end of the day, you need to only know 2 things about the movement. To be, well, 3 things about the movement to do anything remotely good. And that being the slide into jumping out of the slide into roll and backflip. Go to the vulture and attack it like that. So vultures are actually complete pushovers. Just everyone gets so scared of them. You just need to know how to deal with them at the right time. So with normal vultures, if you hit them with a spear twice, they will run and become completely passive. Period. For normal vultures. For king vultures, it's different. You need to know what you're doing. The biggest thing about killing a vulture is that it is more likely to run away than anything else. The chances of you dying to a vulture when you're the aggressor isn't too bad. Also, one of the biggest things about this game, and yeah, I don't really care about the run because it's practice, that's why I'm pausing and dying, it doesn't matter. The biggest thing about creatures, and vultures show it off better than any other creature, is that they actually have to charge up their bite. Other than centipedes, it's a bit different for centipedes. Their bite or their grab. It's true for all lizards that if they don't know you're there, you could jump on their face and they won't bite you because they haven't had the chance to charge up their attack. With vultures, you can tell very clearly because you can see the animation, you can hear it. What that vulture actually does is grab you with these little tusk things that are like ear flaps on the side of its head. It's hard to tell that they actually have that until you take their mask off. But when you're looking for it, that's actually what's happening. And once you realize that basically every creature that's not the centipede works off a grab system like that, it's a lot better. It doesn't charge their attacks. When it comes to centipedes, if you stun them, they can re-grab you instantly, which is why they're one of the scariest creatures in that regard. But centipedes are blind. They go entirely off of sound. So you have that. They also can put themselves in really bad spots if you can get them low enough health. We'll try this method again. Just Reds have a really short charge, I have no charge. You just rarely ever see them do the charge. I think I had that happen semi-recently. Every lizard has a charge move. You just don't ever really see them do it other than the green. The red most certainly has its charge moves. You just won't see it very often. Unless you're charting about reds charging up their bite might as well be instant. Yeah. If it's their sliding charge move, that's not very often that'll happen. I'll murder all of the oranges now. The thing about oranges is if one sees you, they all see you. And so if you have a mask on, they will all get over the fact that you have a mask at about the same time. Which is the only reason why they can be scary, really. Because masks don't affect them nearly as much as other creatures. You gotta be fast in killing a lot of them if you're going to try to kill them. Or be able to isolate them, because they're not very good on their own. Run from me, heathens! Oh, the worst part of Pebbles percent. Good thing this isn't Pebbles percent. Like the one below me doesn't try to kill me. Also, if Pleen was still there and want to ask about the game, you certainly can. And yes. The white lizards have the worst reactions, or the orange lizards have the worst reactions, yeah. I would like to run the Pebbles Squid Cicada. I mean, that's the current best if you haven't checked, Pepperos. The new route is Squid Cicada. Because Raccoon proved that if you had good enough advanced movement, that you don't need it. How is it faster? It's just faster. Especially if you're really good with pole climb. Fast pole climb, being able to do the wall skip that I just did very well, along with a few other things that can help. The minute it takes to get the Squid Cicada, the minute plus it with Squid Cicada, is just not nearly as worth it. I feel like it's still possible to use a Squid Bite again. I mean, you still can. It's still pretty close. But it looks like Squid Cicada is faster. Terrible at pole climbing. Well, become better. I also don't deal with it at all, personally. Become Red Lizard Climber. Okay. I try to do it slow and I still can't do it. It's annoying on controller. Especially. There's never a spear in this room. Every time. Setting up triggers for left and right inputs. I don't know how I feel about that. I've also kind of done things where I switch to D-pad and it can kind of work, but that kind of ruins the point. For me, at least. It certainly could work, yeah. That was something Rob actually thought of at first a really long time ago. I need to kill lizard. It's murder lizard time. Actually, we already have a white lizard kill. We don't care. Hello. Run from me, heathen. Okay. I can't do it. $18 viewers. Who are all you people? Show yourselves. Are all of you bots? Actually, I don't care about the mask. It's actually slowing me down. Maybe. Post Mr. Destructoid if you're a bot. Eat me paper. What does that mean? We found the copier. Aww. I was hoping that would get me that too. Whatever. Actually remember to split. Nice. Get to use a grapple in this category? No. Because we don't go to underhang, and I'm not going to go out of my way in chimney to get it. Squid Cicada so RNG. That is the problem, and why Squid Cicada list is better and faster anyway. Intended percent exists to use the grapple, Rec. I know you understand this. It also exists for betting if I can actually do the next cycle kind of stuff. How far could I make it this cycle? Do I want to bet to get the pebbles in this cycle? That kind of stuff. Actually try, you should try intended percent as well. Because it's not too bad. I haven't actually done that, but... Intrude the friend achievement. It includes all passages, all 10 passages, so yes, it does. It'll be the second to last one we'll get in this run. You get clipped through the wall, but it's not useful. What? What are you talking about? Where's my friend percent? What does that mean? I mean, yeah, going into walls is not useful at all in this game. Other than for killing the Guardian, it is not useful. Which is hilarious that it is useful there. Oh. I want rainbow percent to be a run. That seems like it would be cool. If we got the mod working for that, just have all rainbows always appear and always stay up. We'd see a lot of rainbows you don't normally see. Also sets up an arbitrary goal of just go to all of these rooms and see the rainbow. I wanna spend the time to code that, but I also don't. I still have the pearl in my stomach? No, I don't. Good. Hello, the Metroidvanias. Did I just drop that pearl? Neuron? Co-op with it going through armor does below. I mean, yes, it can. It also can make it so we can go through certain gates without the proper karma requirement. But there's yet to be found like a useful reason to do such a thing. Like, technically you can beat the game with 3 karma, I believe. Or is it 2? You might be able to beat it with 2. Okay, that was a mistake. Aha! It only took longer than I wanted it to. Trying to get through the gate is much harder than getting the... Yes. It is. That's why I don't think it's worth it. With karma caching. Karma caching also is annoying, though. But yes. But, like, the worst part of 100% is the first... Right at the beginning, you just have to sit around and karma cache to get to Survivor. Worst part of the game. Literally can't leave the starting region for multiple cycles. Why? You design a game. Make me be able to actually move without farming. Please. No, it's not. Slide there. Well, I did not want to leave that up there. Minute has to have dying for you to have been able to leave this instantly and starting people. Yeah. Hey, it's good that way, but for speedrunning, it is pain. It is absolute pain, which is why the karma caching is both nice and annoying. I remember the passage. Those categories, no. Just to illuminate, yes. Is it industrial you want to go to? Yeah. Not that one, though. I mean, yeah. Kind of feel like we should do that, but the changing the cycle so it's consistent. But I don't know. I'd want a live split. I'd want it to be all through live split, so your game isn't modded. It's live split, the splitter itself messing with your game to make it consistent. Which has been done for other games. Or it itself takes out the loads or other certain bits. Just by being in there. So if you want to make the live splitter, that would be great. I have to get Monk. So let's not even have a spear in our hand. I have to get Hunter. So we need to get... Actually, wait, we don't have Monk. I have to get Saint, and I have to get Monk. I don't have Monk because we died a bunch of times. Okay. Let's try to learn the ways to climb up that. I didn't want to do the fancy back throw. I haven't practiced that really. Is here a vulture? Yep. What's he doing? No unlocks allowed. Why do we need to go to Shaded? Because this is 100%, and we need to get to Moon and get the Shaded Echo. As well as just sleep in Shaded. Well, I got the Neuron now. Now we're going to Moon. We already have the garbage sleep. Hopefully they didn't lose a Saint. Is throwing this flashbang lose a Saint? I think it might. Extremely relevant for 100%. We need to go through for the Echo. It's not worth to go through garbage, even though it's faster to get to Moon. The funner Moon percent. Yeah, because the shoreline... Oh, we don't need to be in here yet. The shoreline part after garbage is not good. Coming from Shaded into shoreline, the shoreline part is fine. Alright, we don't see anything. It's usually fine for me, at least. I've done this so many times. Tried to drop it and roll and it didn't work. 3, 2, 1. Okay. A little off time. It's easier beyond. Yeah. There is no resistance in shaded at all. So every time someone says I don't want to go through shaded, it's too hard, they're just scared, really. There's not really anything that's going to hurt you if you know what you're doing. All the flat areas. There's just too much in shaded. There's no escape from invisible shelter stuff, mouse. No escape from me. We have monk now? Yep. And we're starting to get saint. Doesn't matter if I do that for Saint because we're hitting an echo. Three, two, one. It sadly survived the rain suck. You gotta like alley-oop it. Yeah. It's so aggressive. Oh, we need to go up. I want to go up. I don't know if it's actually faster, but I feel like going up this way is faster to get the shoreline. Oh, goodness. For some reason, it almost felt like that made me faster, but I don't know. Would throwing a mouse off a cliff count as you killing it? I don't know if that would. 'Cause I think you have to actually hurt it. It is? I don't know about that. I mean, I guess it kind of does. What is the other way? Going down like I did past the echo. And then you're next to the scavenger merchant. And I always default to doing that because I used to always see the scavenger merchant. Because they're both kind of the same, but there's more rooms if you go down. But there's a big room if you go up. And it's annoying to climb up a little bit there. I keep forgetting That was nice. Oh, I didn't go. No, you gotta post Mr. Destructoid, cause you're a robot, Pepperos. Everyone knows that. Don't want that in my hands. Just throw the mouse over and over Someone should figure that out. I don't know if that really would be good. Ooh. Nothing. Don't worry about it. Talking about an emote. I'm guessing you don't know what I'm talking about. That's called Mr. Destructoid. Yes. There it is. I believe it's still called Mr. Destructoid, at least. Might have been changed. Wouldn't surprise me, at least. Ride the wave. Oh! Ooh. Mr. Dietilevian Structoid. Oh my goodness. What do I even do in this? Okay. Now flip upwards randomly and murder me. Okay. It's leaving the room. Never mind. If they start leaving the room, they won't react to anything. Can you kill the Leviathan? Yes. Not conventionally, though. They do have health. You'll never kill them that way. The way we kill them to get the credit for it, because we play with Hunter, you can see the kill credit. The way we kill them is to push them out of bounds, actually. We'll actually bring them out of bounds, because we move them to a different room. Still no 5 feet, yes. We can kill anything in this game. Even the garbage worms. And the guardians at the end of the game. We can't kill 5 Pebbles or Moon. We can kind of kill Moon, but... You have to be a monster to kill Moon. Exact. Oh, Yumi floating gym. Alright. Stand right here. Take neuron out of belly. Throw neuron. Grab. Goes in the air. Walk in the range. Walk away. That's all we need to do. We walk in the range, then we give her the neuron. She takes forever to talk about stuff and then doesn't put it in the air. Don't understand. Don't kill her anyway. Yeah, that generally is what happens. People don't really understand this game. 1, hate scavengers, and 2, kill Moon. Because they don't know how to take body language. It's so, like, it's not one or the other. I didn't eat food. How did this happen? Forgot to eat the jellyfish. But that's generally what happens. It's just like, there's a level of observant that you get. And either you notice everything, or you notice nothing. I'm surprised even people even play the game long enough if they're not observant with parts. You can still hate the scav. Yeah, but that's different. You can still understand them to a base degree. Gamers. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I guess a lot of people, if they haven't played other games, this game can be a lot. You have no clue if Moon is good or evil, and that's not the point of was. Or not. Is she Patrice of Thorland? he leading us to our deaths the whole time? I knew the clerics would. Also, you always get, because I met her on this cycle and I gave her a neuron, and the neurons are different from 5. It will always show that I ate one, not that I gave one. Because it's not less than. Well, not equal to. Now we go left. Oh. Alright, now we can start getting Scholar. So we pick up the pearl we left here. We touch the pearl that we brought with us just now. And now we have 2 of the 3 pips we need for Scholar. Then got scared of Moon screaming. And generally people either notice that or they just pick it up and then they notice that she just making angry noises. And they don't deal with it anymore. Some people eat all of them, which I don't understand. Why? Why would you do that? Before me, Moon or 5 yellow. I met Moon and then the Guardians, personally. Hello, Pine Cubes. I was full, so I went to sleep, then ate 3. Why? Why would you do this? That was an interesting fast fall. Up too early. White lizard? Nope. Feel like I shouldn't be throwing spears like that. I might be losing Saint off of the observer being there. Oh. Like she was streaming and shaking her head. Yes. That's usually what most people notice. Well, I wouldn't say that. That's usually what I would expect people to notice. And even if you mess it up, you can still die and then reset it. Some people just don't care, though. They require all of the murder. What? Why? Get out of my face. Recon something we're telling you where food is? You can kill them, yes. It's not the easiest thing to pull off, but you can do that. Overseer, yeah. I couldn't think of the word. It's the same idea. This guy might kill me. Ooh, he started to grab me. Oh, he coming. They drop an Overseer eye when you kill them, which is worth half a pearl to scavengers, which is 5 points of rep. Scavengers will attempt to kill them as well, which can actually be quite an endangerment to you. Nice, we got it. Thought I was 7. I'm pretty sure it's 5. You can check it though. I feel like something's 7 and I just don't remember what it is. Hello. Good lizard. I should probably keep that, but I also don't care. Okay. Having problems. didn't lose Saint. Echo time. It's like giving scavenger spears. Best way to get points? Yeah. I is 7? Really? I really thought it was 5. I guess that makes sense, though. Spear is 3, yeah. Given there's so many spears, depending on where you are. How much is Pearl? 10? Depending on where you are, spears can be really good. Kill icky speedrun strats? I mean... That was okay. Oh, we don't actually have Chieftain. I wasn't really paying attention. I forgot about it. We were supposed to meet the scavenger merchant in Sky Islands to get Chieftain. If we run into any of them and just, like, give them something, we'll get it, though. So they could be right down here. Otherwise, we're gonna have to hope to see them. There's a merchant? Yes, there's multiple merchants. Where they just sit in a specific room. What does he sell? They usually just have lanterns and explosive spears. But effectively, it'll be a singular scavenger that won't leave a room unless they start picking stuff up. They start picking stuff up, whether it's from you or not. It may start to leave the room and join the rest of the roaming scavengers. Because there's a bunch of roaming scavengers that are somewhere in this region right now. But we don't really know where exactly. Yeah, it's whatever he's holding at the time. Which is usually a lantern. Cycle timer is not really what I'm looking for. I had the good fall, but then I really had the thing. Isn't Squishy Guy helpful here? No. No, it is not. Because we're going down, 1. 2, in a pipe. 3, I need to hold these puffballs. So we can actually get a deer. You can skip the deer. No. I wish you could skip the grass with the squid cicada, but it doesn't really work. You just get pulled down twice as much, really. The pinned creature glitch. Yeah, I don't know about doing that. Going better than last night. It still didn't go that well. Yes, murdered the thing. I shall now eat your dead children, if that's okay. Actually, it's trying to kill me. Okay. Ow. Ow. know why it's trying to kill me, but that's fine, I guess. I don't think the puffs affect it, do they? There's a spear there, nice. That's unfortunate. They do, okay. Well, don't need to worry about that anymore. It doesn't really seem like a... Also, I lost Saint because of that. And... doesn't really seem like much of a thing. Doesn't really disturb you like the mosquito things. I mean, they don't attack you unless... you kill their children. Or they think you killed their children, which the centipede killed 2 of them, and it tried to kill me because it thought I killed it. There's a puff in the... I know that. I don't really care, though, because there's a deer immediately to my left. Well, now we can stab the deer. I don't feel safe at all. I mean, if you're... if you're in a tunnel, you're in the best position to be able to kill it. Because it can't move around too much. If it's in the air, you can't hit that thing. You want to be in a tunnel. Please move. There's no threat theme, it's not trying to kill you. I generally pretend it's not there unless I see a child die. For one reason or another. Go either way right away. So do you mean by sitting on their antlers? Should you be as leftmost as you can? Because you should sit directly above its head. Because otherwise it has problems walking. Unless you're trying to stab it, of course. Go faster. Yeah, I guess, like, I get what you mean. You should be as left as you can. But the other thing is they can show up from the right side of the room, and I'd rather get on the deer assuredly than anything else. So yeah, you probably could just jump across to the horse here. Help! Please! Why did he even come in here? What? Right in the middle when I was doing it, too. You see them come in there and then take the teleport pipe way to the left side sometimes, and I don't know why. Because it's super rare. Why didn't you jump out there? Why would I want to be on the deer? I don't want to be on the deer. I mean, I probably could have stayed on the deer, but I was also stuck on the pole, and I couldn't jump off of it fast enough. That probably wasn't very good. The orange being able to see through the deer was the bad part there. Also, just the deer being in that pit is really annoying. I'd really rather it not be there, because it kind of just gets in the way. And then that can also happen. I guess I don't need to be near the ground. Eyes. I'm pretty sure any creature is not going to stop vision for lizards. Why? Why does inhaling the puff like a deer break the game? Because the deer is trying to track it super hard. I believe is the reason. Will has made a thing to fix it, and I don't know what they know. What they figured out exactly. But I'm pretty sure the deer's trying super hard to track it. And then it just ceases to exist, so it tries to go to it. Hello, disciple. Dorito. I don't know how I feel about this first time viewer chat thing that I'm seeing. Anything actually attack the deer? Not on purpose. Not on purpose. Nothing's really supposed to attack the deer. I think red centipedes. All centipedes can, really, but I don't think they... All centipedes can attack deer, but none of them can know where they are because they're technically silent to them. But if they run into them, they will shock them if they can. Which I have seen move a deer at extreme speeds because of said shock. Newts can probably attack them. That seems like an interesting idea. I'd like to see that, actually. Fly when you attack the deer. Do centipedes not see? No, they're all sound. So if you're laying down and moving, they don't know where you are. Because laying down technically doesn't make sound. Neither does jumping while laying down. If you land while standing or are standing at all, you make sound. Move. A little bit. Yesterday we saw a vulture pick up a deer, which was super interesting. And if a king happens to exist, you can also have the king shoot the deer, which has happened a few times. But basically the vulture missed to grabbing me and it grabbed the deer's face. That happened yesterday when I was streaming. But yeah, one of the big things about the centipedes is that they grab you with either of their heads. Also, what's going on? Why? This is why you don't let the deer actually eat the puff. Because this happens sometimes. Fly away with the deer? I've seen videos of where it's tried to fly away with the deer and the head just got really elongated on the vulture. But mine just let go of the deer fairly quickly. Okay, now we should be good. It tried to fly away, then it just let go of it very quickly. But Vultures don't try to grab deer. But also, yeah, biggest thing about centipedes. Centipede has to kill you by bringing both of its heads to your body. On links around, you can post something if you want. If a centipede is still high health, it can re-grab you instantly, even if you stun it. Where is this place? This is Farm Arrays. This is where the hunter spawns. And centipedes have no sense of touch outside of their feelers and their heads. So you can stand directly on top of their body and they don't know you're there. Which is exceptionally funny. And quite useful. Because it's not true for any other creature. Vulture, deer, bath. I'm concerned. Amazing. Exactly what it needed to be. You only know if they're there if you touch their head. They only know if you're there if you make sound of any kind. Like me walking right now is making sound. The lizard knows I'm here because I'm making sound as well. If I'm moving like this or like this, I'm not making sound. Moving like this makes sound. If I throw things on walls, like spears or rocks, that also makes sound. And they'll path and know where I am. If you make too much sound, they'll fully kind of know where you are for a little while. Otherwise, they have to actually touch you, and then they'll know where you are. You move directly away from a centipede as it's, like, going towards you. It will stop when it starts to notice you're there with its feelers. So that can give you some distance. Also, we're doing a glitch right now. Just let it happen. Everything makes sense, alright? I have entered the Aether realm. My power is unmatched. There we go. So effectively what happens is you put a puffball on your stomach next to a deer. The deer freaks out because it doesn't know where the puffball went. I need to eat centipedes, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Okay. Well, there's that, but the deer freaks out, doesn't know where the puffball went, and for some reason moves a certain set distance downward. If that set distance downward goes into the ground for the deer, it will lag the game, but really only on a visual level. Well, depending on how you set it up, it can mess you up, and you'll be unable to move if you do it wrong. But it'll make it so you're still actionable, but nothing else updates. Other creatures other than the deer can still update, however. And you get this one now. And you can just run through the worm grass during that. If I pause, it will visually update, and it will show me where I am. Which is nice. Oh, we're gonna lose Hunter. Also, here's the best part. Ready to perform it? You just put the puffball in your stomach next to the deer. The biggest part is that you have to enter the room second to the deer. Because if you enter the room and then the deer enters the room and then you do the glitch, the deer will be actionable and you won't. That is the biggest thing you need to make sure you don't do. The glitch will last as long as the game takes the physics update. So about a minute. Or if you take the puff out of your stomach, which will also solve everything. That makes sense? Alright, now we're gonna get Hunter and Saint. So, best part about passages is eating things alive does not count as hurting them. So I can get Saint and hunter at the same time by eating children alive. Just as intended. There's Monk and Hunter as playable. There is no NPC slug cats, if that's what you're talking about. Just want the centipede. There we go. There's no NPC slug cats. The only equivalent of NPC slug cats you'll see is the images that Iggy shows you sometimes. Scavengers, I guess, kind of work as NPC slug cats, given you can be friendless with them. We still technically don't have Chieftain. They were so close. I actually have to go to the bathroom. It's only practice, so I don't really care about the run. So I'll be right back. Oop. Wait. Oh. Burp. Okay. Go back. Whoa. Yes, Pepperos, Zoroark. They just showed off the new form of Zoroark in the new region for the new game. Ghost normal type. And it looks like a marshmallow. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, there's the Slugpuck mod. I don't even know if that's actually out, to be honest. The Slugpup things? I guess. The official plus of Slugcat. Hey, that's pretty good. I have Nightcat behind me. Next to the 3D printer. I don't know about that. It's still a rectangle. Slug pups are circle. Also, I'm really interested to see how the Pokemon Arceus games have their 3D models, because it seems pretty. Just the Zoro model was pretty high quality comparative to this Zoroark model or any of the the models from Pokemon X and Y, or really any of the other 3D models. I don't know how to explain it. The fact that it actually blinked was like, what? Like 3D model level blinked, not texture level blink. I think Zorak still has texture eyes though, from what I saw. Because the new one is a Switch game, right? I mean, Sword and Shield was a Switch game, but it's still it still used the same models as all the others have, which were not impressive as far as I'm aware. Actually, I haven't actually seen the Sword and Shield models because they're not on the models resource site I use. Check that actually. I don't even see Switch on this site, so I'm going to assume not. I don't know where you'd get Sword and Shield models. There's bound to be someone who's ripped at least some of them, but the models resource site is more than just a static rip. They're also making sure it's actually functional for animation. Maybe they're afraid of Nintendo. I don't know about that. Switch 3D Zack. That's what I'm seeing. Maybe I should have kept that. Centipede. I need to try to give this pearl to a scavenger, though. No, my centipede. Excuse me? No, it's mine. You're also my friend now. Forever. Yes. No escape from my prison. Ah! Alright, so we're getting friend right now. Not too bad once you know how to manipulate everything. Hopefully it doesn't be weird like it was earlier. I gave it the centipede twice, so. Yeah, I've heard they broke the Switch quite a while ago. Maybe sticking the food in her mouth. It's possible. Oh no. I have to. I know. I ate it. Switch was broken before it released. What? Please don't murder my friend. No! Injure, yo! Accidentally had too much food. I didn't think about that. I should have just like threw the centipede out. We need him for 2 more cycles, and he's gone now. Okay. There's 2 blues in there? There's... I don't know where he went. Well, stop being weird. No nibbles. I don't know where, yeah, I don't know where they went. Like, the ours went in the shelter, and the other one went somewhere else, and I didn't see either of them when I went back. I don't know if we lose friend for dying that one time. That goes up. We'll just do that. Throw the centipede out of the room. No nibbles. Does the timing change hard depending on what you feed them? So certain lizards tend to like certain things. Oh no, he picked it up. And now he's dead. I almost feel like I should kill the blue and become friends with the green. But really, at the end of the day, you want to be feeding dead things, of course. It's much faster than alive things. And it really, at the end of the day, it's just the amount of things you feed. Certain lizards are much harder than others. Like reds and moles are much harder to become friends with than other lizards. With blues and greens being very easy. Whites can be kind of weird. And I would feed them an extra thing, just in case if you feel weird about it. If, they also change on how they act a little bit, depending on their randomized stats. So if a creature is starting to just open its jaws naturally around you, you should feed it again. Or every time it snaps, it'll have the same chance it has to instantly kill you, like when it bites you normally. That makes sense. With red lizard being 100% chance, of course. Purple is like 30. Green is 50. The mobs actually have random stats. Yes, they have a lot of random stats that determine a lot of their behavior. It can be a lot more noticeable on scavengers, but as giving alive, I think it's like a lot more because giving alive creatures basically just isn't a thing. You can do it technically, but it's a creature that's alive can run away, like a mouse or an egg bug. You're really not going to notice it. I'm waiting for this drop wig to actually exist for once. Never there. Should have picked up that rock instead of 2 of these. Having 2 firecrackers doesn't really help you. You really only need 1. Yeah, moles, if you touch them, they'll know you're there. But otherwise, and they're feelers at the end of their heads, but otherwise they only know you're there if you make sound, which you can generally tell when you make sound because their head lights up, which can be a good determiner of figuring out what makes sound and what doesn't. You don't want to make too much sound in mole heavy areas because then they'll all come to you at the same time. Make sound or movement. It also is completely sound based, but it's a bit more movement based. Like if you move really slow and you don't run into the tip of its, so kelps and pole plants work the same technically. Only the tip of its like body can actually grab you. So if you run into the tip, or if you move too much, it'll know you're there. I don't think it's like the centipede, because it'll notice you a lot more actively than stuff that actually can't hear. Like, you just don't want to move past. Like, things that normally wouldn't alert a mole lizard or a centipede will alert a kelp. Can you be silent in water? If you're extremely slow, it is possible. I'm gonna kill a mole now. Underwater, you can also move too fast, though, which will also still alert it. Goodbye, kelp shit. Yeah. That's just what I've noticed. I know everyone kind of knows something else. I always stab the kelp and then take the spear out of it and then keep going. Once the kelp starts knowing you're there, it will probably always know you're there. Because once it's alerted, it will just do whatever it wants. It's not like you can have it lose you in the middle. You just have to deal with it when it's in its dormant state. I hit that guy. This is the problem with making sound in a mole-heavy area, is now they're all trying to head there, except for this guy, for some reason. Why am I following this guy? Why does Omo keep blinking when he's dead? So when it comes to any creature, they have a certain amount of health, but they don't die when they go underneath their amount of health. They just have chances to die. And specifically for lizards, there's no hard cap health, because usually for all creatures there's a point where they start rolling every tick to have a chance to die, and then there's a hard point where they always die if they've taken this much damage. Lizards don't have that, so I'm pretty sure it's still alive for those brief moments. In some cases, it can bite you and kill you. And if you stop counting the views. That was annoying. Oh. Stop it. Views don't matter that much. People talking in chat matter, though. Hello. Surprised they didn't buy me. They kind of knew I was there, but didn't fully. Another VTuber celebrity. I mean, I've got to make a personalized one soon. Still waiting on the concept art sheet that I've commissioned. But then I have to actually really figure out how to 3D model it in a good way. And do a lawsuit when they don't really care for something this small. It's like with all the stuff with Slippy. We didn't get Chieftain. I thought I gave them enough stuff. Alright, I'm gonna... I just kind of want to end it. But I also kind of want to go back and see if I can find them. Would you commission that too? I've technically commissioned multiple people. And none of you know who these people are. Why are you posting that, Isobro? Because I want to see what multiple people can come up with different designs. And then I'm going to make them and change as I want. My chat bugged out for a second. But why are you posting them? Still posted it for a reason. I didn't think about giving them the pearl I had, really. I don't know why I didn't do that. I don't know why I'm going this way instead of straight left. I suppose this will work. Get this song for once. Never hear this song. Not really a song, but... Also, fun fact. This room, the rain doesn't affect it. We're not gonna get sued by Nintendo. They're too busy canceling Melee tournaments. And we're not nearly as big as those Melee tournaments. Oh. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna care, because small Melee tournaments still exist. Not like they completely shut down everything. Also go through a wall there. Yeah. I normally go through the wall there, but I didn't really care then. Sent a friend. Yes, I know. The one with the no rain also has geometry that isn't there. For some reason. What? But that's mine! I was going to eat that. Okay, you can have it. They only blocked out the ones they already knew about. They're blocking out the really big ones of the ones they know about that involve a lot of people. Ones where it's like Summit. I mean, those are all local, I guess. Maybe they don't care. You feed lizards other lizards? Depends on the lizards. The only cannibalistic lizards are the green and the teal lizard, which both eat blue lizards. Like right now, that blue lizard's super scared right now. Otherwise, no, they just like fight. Otherwise. Blue lizard, tasty and edible. Hello. Growing grass in that underneath the shelter, yeah. Initially, when I first played, that worm grass underneath the shelter right there. Not easy to deal with. A lot easier to deal with as Hunter, because you literally can just walk through it with no problem. Alright, now we got Chieftain. Now we can finish the game. Capros is learning the ways of the emotes. Hunter immune to worm grass? No, Hunter is faster, hence making it easier to get through the worm grass. Hunter is also heavier, so it's harder for it to slow Hunter down. I think it's harder as Monk because you're lighter and it can drag you easier. It's why Monk as in easy mode is weird, because there's bits that aren't easier than normal. Why? So now that we're with Wandering Scabs, usually at this point where they start following me, because I have Chieftain. But you can go higher rep than you currently have, but it depends. Why is there just a lantern here? Sir. I think I was too close to it again. Okay. I know he knows. Gotta make him dense. You gotta make him actually have breath in the water. and I'm gonna say actually have breath in the water. I don't think light is better. Them being weak is kind of okay because it wants you to not be aggressive. Right. I don't know what was going on. It's like it was acting like it didn't know I was there. It never lit up once. Like this other one is very aware. Species are less aggressive than monk. Are they? I guess that's good. Everything's less aggressive than monk, really. The second smallest centipede able to kill you? Pretty sure no. The one that's like 2 blocks wide. So for a centipede to kill something, it needs to be bigger than it. Does that make sense? Like any centipede can shock anything, but it has to be bigger than it to actually kill it. Otherwise, it just stuns the thing it shocks. It's like when lizards pick up the baby centipedes and they get shocked because they didn't kill it when they bit it, but it doesn't kill them. And I think I've seen, yeah, like the red centipede can kill the red lizard immediately, technically. Doesn't the centipede need to be heavier? I'm pretty sure it's just larger. I don't know if it has to do with heaviness. It might have to do with that, but because in that case, they're probably both. Pretty sure each chunk of the centipede is always like the same weight, but there's just more chunks. Right, so you cannot kill the... yeah. I don't think I've ever really seen that happen, but... funny slow mo. Funny, I'm going to drink water now. Moment. Urgh. Uh-oh. Okay. Still messed it up. Depths is why you don't want to speedrun Rain World, but you gotta get consistent with it. At least you don't have to do the swim at the end, Aegis. Can't say it's not part of the game, the depths part. Oh yeah, I forgot. There is a new spider. I always forget that it's usually only on Hunter. Technically, the creatures... so any Hunter creature can show up in Monk or Survivor, depending on what you do. If you kill creatures, they have a chance to lineage become another creature. And so there's the red spider, which I generally always forget is a Hunter thing as well, which is the spitter spider. Swim is optimal for runs. I would like to see it, because honestly, if you get a new best, you should have it on there. But you don't need it, no. But the spitter spider will spit maggots at you, and if the maggots hit you, you'll become stunned and fall asleep for a second. If that makes sense. You'll have to actually see it and understand. Yeah, there was an entire minute variance just off of the swim that was under no control of yourself. The depths is still all you movement. But also Aegis, if you don't like the speedruns having to go through depths, you're gonna have to think of another category where you don't have to go through depths. Because right now it's only moon percent. I want to make rainbow percent. You have to make rainbows. Rainbow. Exploring. Alright. Well, also... murder confession? What does that mean? 4 is cooler anyways, says the person who hasn't done a score run in ages. What is murder confession? I don't know what that is. Death percent was actually kind of interesting, where you permanently die as Hunter as fast as you can. It wasn't that interesting to play, but it was interesting to figure out. It was just get to Sky Islands and then try to eat food as fast as possible to go through cycles. Not a pain for console players. So, you do have to understand that there will be modded runs on speedrun.com. And at the same time, if someone on the console really wanted to do it, all they had to do was just go to those rooms. It's not like the gameplay changes. If you want to do rainbow percent right now, you just won't see the rainbows there. Isn't there only one console on it? No. There are technically two, but there's... none of them are really active right now. And one of them, I believe, deleted their account, and I don't think they're going to come back. And then the other is Lean, I believe was their name. I've already forgotten. Who is on PlayStation. Regardless, don't worry about it. The rainbows are just to make it cool. And I have all the other stuff. Nichiro as well. I forgot about them. Not Nichiro. There's a different person who had runs on the leaderboard who have completely deleted their speedrun.com account, and they're no longer on there anymore. What happened? I don't know. They're just done. They're a really young person. And so maybe they just didn't want to deal with it anymore. They rarely really spoke at all, but they brought some interesting stuff. Alright, we got under 2:30 again. We'll see. There's a lot of people that have circled around this game and can't really commit to playing this game speedrunning wise for a very long time. Almost Road Record? No. Not at all. Not even close. Ugh. Because everyone starts, yeah, literally everyone starts with any percent, can't do it, or either is like, I know I can do it, and I must completely commit all my time into just doing this over and over again, and then they get easily burnt out, and they hate the game, and then don't come back. And they never submit a run either. There's a few people I know who've done that. Speedruns above 1 hour. I would recommend the... Any percent's nice because it is short. Moon percent can also be nice because it also is short and it doesn't end like where the other ones do. But Pilgrimage, I think, is the run that people should run when they start this game. Hunter Pebbles seems nice, but with any of the Hunter runs, if you're not really good at this game, or you're not prepared to put a lot of time to really learn the specifics of what you need to do in the Hunter runs, it's not going to work out. We didn't have any Guardian skips. I mean, technically you did. The first run on speedrun.com was any percent. You guys had a speedrun competition before speedrun.com existed, I'm pretty sure. The page existed. I didn't really hear much of what happened there. I just know that an event happened. Like, all the Rainbow players do Hunter Pilgrim. I don't think they would survive. None of them would make it out of Sky Islands. A lot of new players can't get out of Sky Islands as it is. Let alone do it fast. I mean, you don't need to do it fast. When it comes to any speedruns of this game, you don't need to know any movement tech at all. You just need to do the route. The only thing that matters is you surviving and you doing the correct route. You don't need to be good at the game in terms of movement or tech. You just need to do the route. You'll get the movement as you play the game more and more. You don't need to learn everything before you start running the game. First time it was basically intended percent. I mean, that's why intended percent is that. You can kill these worms there? No, you cannot kill these worms because they're not actually creatures. You can kill everything that's actual creature. These things don't actually exist. So... Also, you can't really bring items down here. Although, Twitch integration down here was hilarious. Oh, man. I just really don't like how I activate Echo. That is the problem with Survivor Pilgrimage. But, and really all the Survivor runs, is you're really delayed by a lot of things that Hunter isn't delayed by. But... not everyone can handle Hunter. Like, the Hunter runs, in a lot of ways, are just better. But they're so much harder, naturally, in a just normal playing the game kind of way, that it's not really for just completely new people. You have to have some advanced knowledge to be able to naturally deal with Hunter. I mean, you can always force it, but I recommend you gain general game knowledge before you do Hunter runs. You can do Monk and Survivor runs the moment you finish the game just fine. Because all you need to do is the route. Our mech. What? Yeah, I'm gonna do this tonight, and then afterwards I'm probably gonna move into Noida. Speaking of the ancient set of Pipels, you only need to beat 4 of the 6. So we meet a set 4 of the 6, and then we go to the end. Also, sometimes there's my game is super. Yeah. So the thing that I find annoying about most speedruns is the extreme hyper optimization that you can get with the games, which you can obviously get with this game, but I just want to play Rain World more, and I still am getting the experience of playing Rain World just by doing this, even if right now I'm just practicing. But
Totally going all in with the speed run, but still. Ugh. I like having the chin when I do so much. I feel like a creature with someone addicted with a pony would be really competitive scene just sit. Accidentally, yeah. I mean, it would be super interesting, but how much would people really want that? How fun would that be able? How fun would that be to play? It'd probably look really interesting for people on the outside to watch, but actually doing it seems like it would be really hard, and you have to spend a lot of time to get it really, really right. Because people like to say like Celeste is really, really good speed run. It is really hard, and I think if Rain World had no RNG and no creatures, the movement would be so hard if you were trying to hyper optimize it to go to the extreme part. Because there's already things that like Raccoons is doing that just would hurt your hands if you did them for any excessive amount of time because of the certain moves that are just so extreme. Rock's always in the hands thing, yeah. Yeah, that would be desired. My hands always hurt after session. I've never had my hands hurt after Rain World. I've had my hands hurt during the seasides on Celeste, though. Hey, the rules would make sense for it would be Deathland mod, and it would be the Rock's Always in the Hands mod. You don't do fast full climb. Sounds like a you guys problem. My mental is drained way before my hand. I watched a bit of your intended percent earlier today, Rec, and you went on this one part, and you're going down the room in Pebbles. And I'm like, where's the DLL? It's directly in front of the pipe below you. And then you just go and see the screen transition. And then the DLL just entirely envelops you. I'm like, well, alright. I thought it would be... You saw the other one just a second ago, though, was the thing. Wrong with controller? It's harder to do fast full climb. Also, I don't know what you're saying, Pepperos, because your hands would be more likely to hurt if you were on keyboard. Which is why I play on controller, so my hands don't hurt. Alright, I'm done for today. Well, for this stream. I'll be streaming tonight in about 5 hours. Yeah, I just need God binds. I don't think that's how that works. Binds. Ah. Myself. Maybe we'll beat Noida today. I mean, we're doing this run again first, so I don't know how long we're going to do Noida. I don't see anyone I want to host right now. No. See what Rain World people? Probably better not. For now. Oh, thank you for the Prime, DS. I don't even know if you're following, to be honest.
Yes. Thank you. And I will be streaming tonight. I guess you have been following since August. How do I don't remember? But yeah. Alright. I'll be back tonight. I've gotta go. Just never check for me. It's 2 a.m. for me to stream. Yeah, so that's why I stream in the mornings right now because I know a lot of other people can't watch my normal nighttime stream. For every Saturday I stream right now. Yeah, alright. Bye.